here at the first SCCA event in the Great River Region. It's freaking snowing. We're cold. So we're in the car, all registered. Got everything set up. The whole gang's here. Actually, I think Bill's a little late, but he'll be here. Hopefully it warms up. We'll see you in the action.
Some bill roll.
Getting some bill roll. There he is. 10 minutes after registration.
Any penalty or any call, press the button, wait a second, and you may need to turn to try and direct the, the wind around you so that it's not going straight into the radio. But once you do that, then either
Oh yeah, look at that.
Day 2.
Yeah, I thought the weekend went pretty good. It was pretty cold. I don't think it's ever snowed before when we've been autocrossing, so that was interesting. I know Roberto had the co-drivers, so that probably helped keep his tires a little bit warmer than the rest of us. Seems like the heavier cars in general were able to get a little bit more grip earlier. And that's the thing I was worried about the whole time, right? The grip, the tire temperatures. I know that, you know, your last run in the morning, your last run in the afternoon, that's probably when you're gonna be having the most grip because your tires are finally getting up to temperature. And so to mess up that fourth run in the morning or that third run in the afternoon, that's, you know, you've lost your opportunity to turn out a really good lap time. And so I'm happy I didn't throw those opportunities away, but they just sometimes weren't the laps I was hoping for. I know on Saturday I wasn't quite able to catch Roberto in Pax time. I barely edged him out by raw time, but the XA Pax modifier helped keep him in the lead. Then Sunday came along. It was just a few degrees warmer, so not much difference there. At least the snow held off, so we didn't have any wet pavement. My fourth run in the morning, my fourth and final run in the morning, I was able to turn out a 42.0, which gave me about a second lead going into the afternoon, and so I felt pretty good about that. I've been kind of worried about Roberto again in the second day, but thankfully I was able to not actually improve my time, but the time I had set in the morning was a big enough gap to keep Roberto behind me. And then miraculously at the end of the day, Mike over here, just edged out Roberto by I think 9,000ths of a second in PAX time, and so it was super close competition the whole weekend. Just a very odd, super cold weekend though, and I'm hoping I have a lot more grip at the next event here. And now that I've got a second place and a first place, I'm feeling pretty good going into the rest of the season here. It should be some pretty close competition.
Hey guys, this is James with the team report for the first two events for Great River Region in 2023. We're going to talk about both the team and just the Extreme Street combined class in general. So the top three spots were fought over Bill, Mike, and Roberto. Bill and Mike, unfortunately, were just dominated by Roberto on day one. We're thinking that the precipitation and Roberto driving a bit heavier car than what we're driving probably helped him get a little bit better grip on that day. He also had a co-driver, which allowed him to, help have a little bit of extra heat in the tire. So awesome performance by him that day. He just came in swinging and didn't stop until the day was done. So on Saturday, Roberto was able to take first place, and then with Bill behind him, and then Mike right behind Bill. On Sunday, the conditions were a little drier. Roberto did not have a co-driver that day, and Bill was able to throw together a really slidey run with a really just excellent time and was able to secure the top spot. Mike landed an excellent run in for the last run of the day and was able to secure second. In the mid-pack, the battle really is going to turn out to be between Matt and I for this year. So Matt and I really had some awesome competition, a lot of back and forth. Matt's car is a lot bigger than mine, and he's added some downforce this year, so we'll really have to see how that affects things over as the year goes on. But he'll be playing around with the setup on that and some other setup things on his car. And of course my car, we've had power plant issues, and then last year I had a ton of electrical issues with the car, and towards the end of the season I was having some issues with the alignment. With all that corrected now, the car has been just amazing to drive. It's like a totally new thing now. So it's going to be a learning process for me to get used to it and really be able to put down some good times. I am running the RS4s this year as I really plan on getting out to the track as much as possible and not buying 100 different sets of tires. And I don't really have another set of wheels right now for a set of autocross tires. Maybe next year I can work that out so I can have a set of autocross tires and wheels and a set of track tires and wheels. The other guys, Brady is also in XB this year, so he's running with the class, but he does not have a turbo in his car, but he is running 100 treadwear tires. So we didn't last year with him being brand new, it really wasn't a big deal for him to run with the advantage of the 100 treadwear tires and the ECU that he's running. But this year, now that he's really, his skills starting to come together, he really belongs up in XB with us. Now, he's probably going to be behind everybody else by a little bit on courses where power is going to make a difference at all. But when you see the videos of his runs today, just look at how well, that he does not look like a novice driving anymore. So excellent job. Jerry, had a really hard Saturday. I think the precipitation was real hard on his car. His doesn't have a very good alignment in the car either, so he was really struggling with the car on Saturday. And once you start to get frustrated like that, it's hard to kind of pull it back together. But Sunday he came back totally refreshed, totally ready to rock it, and he had constant improvement throughout the whole day. You could really tell that he was pushing it. He spun the car out once, or almost spun the car out once. So you really tell that you're really just hammering it. And Bill had 2 spins too that day. It was all pretty cool. So overall, the team did great. The year is off to an excellent start. Everyone's car is functioning properly, and there's going to be some great competition this year. So stay tuned. It's going to be awesome.